Today, we peel back the layers of intrigue surrounding Apple's latest marvel, the Vision Pro, priced at a staggering $3,500. You might assume this is just another instance of Apple's characteristic pricing strategy. However, my friends, there's a hidden narrative beneath the surface. Beyond this apparent pricing choice lies a genius move, a small fragment of a much larger puzzle that has propelled Apple to unparalleled dominance. In our exploration of how Apple quietly influences consumer spending, we've uncovered a multifaceted strategy that transcends mere technology. Yet there are even more layers to peel back, revealing the intricate tactics that contribute to Apple's ongoing success, while simultaneously keeping wallets open. Apple's reputation for innovation and design excellence comes at a cost, quite literally. The premium price tags attached to products like iPhones, iPads, MacBooks, and more have become synonymous with the brand. While this high cost may deter some potential customers, it also serves as a crucial purpose, establishing Apple as a luxury brand. By pricing their products higher than many competitors, Apple creates an aura of exclusivity. This not only fuels a desire among consumers who crave prestigious technology, but also contributes to higher profit margins, enabling the company to reinvest in research, development, and further innovation. The brand's relentless pace of innovation is mirrored in its regular releases of new models and updates. This practice is a double-edged sword, compelling consumers to stay on the cutting edge of technology while fostering a continuous cycle of spending. With every new release, consumers are enticed by upgraded features, enhanced performance, and sleek design. It's a masterstroke in consumer psychology. The anticipation of the next best thing keeps Apple enthusiasts hooked, driving them to upgrade frequently. This constant desire for novelty not only fuels revenue, but also maintains a sense of community among loyal customers who proudly showcase their latest gadgets. Apple's ecosystem is a well-crafted symphony of seamless integration and user-friendly experience. However, it also includes a less visible strategy: proprietary accessories. The necessity of using Apple-specific accessories such as lightning cables and chargers adds another dimension to consumer spending. While generic alternatives might be available at a lower cost, the allure of complete compatibility often persuades users to opt for Apple-branded accessories. This not only generates additional revenue, but also reinforces the cohesive ecosystem that keeps consumers locked into the Apple universe. Behind Apple's elegant devices lies a strategy that's both fascinating and contentious: planned obsolescence. While not unique to Apple, their implementation is well executed. The gradual slowdown of older devices and the discontinuation of software updates for older models can prompt consumers to upgrade. This practice is often met with criticism, yet it's part of the broader strategy to ensure a continuous flow of sales and maintain the perception of Apple products as cutting edge. When it comes to Apple devices, the quality and craftsmanship are undeniable. However, this level of sophistication can also come with a hefty price tag when repairs are needed. A cracked screen, malfunctioning battery, or any hardware issue can quickly lead to a dilemma. Should you opt for an Apple-approved repair or venture into the uncertain territory of third-party solutions? The reality is that Apple's devices are intentionally engineered to be difficult to repair, forcing consumers to seek official repair channels, which often come with a premium. Apple's proprietary screws and specialized tools make DIY repairs a formidable challenge. This leaves consumers with little choice but to turn to Apple's authorized service centers, where costs can escalate rapidly. Reports from various sources indicate that out-of-warranty repair costs for devices like iPhones can amount to nearly half the cost of a new device. This phenomenon is not merely a coincidence, it's a strategic move by Apple to create a dependency on its official repair services, generating additional revenue while maintaining control over the repair process. Beyond the physical devices, Apple's ecosystem extends into the realm of subscription services, and their approach here is equally deliberate. iCloud, Apple Music, Apple TV, and other subscription-based services promise to enhance your digital life, but these seemingly innocuous monthly fees can add up faster than you might think. Consider iCloud storage plans, for instance. Apple offers 5 GB of free storage, which is quickly consumed by essential backups and data. To expand storage, users are incentivized to subscribe to premium iCloud plans, starting at 99 cents per month for 50 GB. While the individual cost might appear reasonable, the collective expenditure for millions of iCloud users become a considerable revenue stream for Apple. In the second quarter of 2021, Apple's services segment revenue reached a staggering $16.9 billion, illustrating the extent of consumer engagement with these subscription offerings. This engagement is not coincidental, it's a calculated maneuver. The convenience of iCloud sync across devices, coupled with the integration of Apple Music and Apple TV Plus into the Apple ecosystem, creates an experience that's hard to replicate elsewhere. The psychology behind this strategy is reminiscent of the sunk cost fallacy. As consumers invest time and money in these services, they're more likely to continue using them, not just to justify their initial investment, but to maintain the seamless experience that Apple has carefully crafted. The allure of the Apple App Store is undeniable, a vast marketplace brimming with apps tailored to every need. However, this convenience can come at a cost, one that often goes unnoticed until it accumulates over time. The price of apps and in-app purchases within the Apple ecosystem may sometimes be higher than those on alternative platforms, and this seemingly minor discrepancy can lead to significant financial outlays. A quick comparison of popular apps on the Apple App Store and their counterparts on other platforms reveals that prices can vary. While the differences might appear insignificant for individual apps, the collective effect is far from negligible. This pattern reflects a carefully crafted strategy by Apple to offer an environment where users feel compelled to make purchases within their ecosystem, even if it comes at a slightly higher price. Apple's ecosystem is designed with precision, offering seamless integration between various devices. However, this compatibility often extends primarily to other Apple products, and here's where a calculated spending strategy comes into play. Consumers who've already invested in one Apple product might find themselves tempted to purchase additional Apple devices to ensure a harmonious experience across their tech arsenal. Consider the example of someone who owns an iPhone but finds that their Android tablet doesn't sync as smoothly with it. This disconnect might incentivize them to consider an iPad for a more cohesive experience. Similarly, the AirPods' effortless connectivity with iPhones may encourage users to embrace other Apple devices to reap the full benefits of this integration. This strategic approach leverages the psychological principle of consistency. Once a consumer commits to one Apple product, they're more likely to extend their loyalty to the ecosystem by investing in complementary devices. A MacBook, an iPhone, or an iPad. Many of the Apple's devices are designed with a certain level of permanence in mind. While this approach guarantees a seamless user experience out of the box, it can also result in higher expenses down the line. Consider a scenario where a MacBook user desires more storage or RAM to accommodate evolving needs. With limited options for post-purchase customization or upgrades, the only route available might be purchasing an entirely new device with the desired specifications. This contrasts with the approach taken by some competitors, where users can often upgrade individual components at a fraction of the cost of a new device. Apple's strategy here aligns with its broader ethos of offering devices that just work, without the need for technical tinkering. However, this approach inevitably influences consumer spending patterns. What begins as a desire for enhanced functionality might ultimately translate into the acquisition of a brand new device, a cost that could have been substantially lower if the avenue for component upgrades were more readily available. The notion of planned obsolescence has long been a topic of debate within the tech community, particularly when it comes to Apple's products. Critics argue that Apple intentionally designs its products with a finite lifespan, either through hardware limitations or software upgrades that slow down older devices. While Apple staunchly denies such allegations, the perception of planned obsolescence can undoubtedly influence consumer behavior. Apple's strategy in this arena is a delicate balancing act. On one hand, they aim to deliver cutting-edge experiences that make the most of new technologies and software enhancements. On the other, they must consider the backlash that could arise from a sizable portion of users unable to access these innovations due to hardware limitations. To mitigate this, Apple occasionally discontinues support for older devices with new software updates, therefore prompting users to upgrade if they want to access the latest features. This practice has faced legal challenges and generated considerable controversy. However, the impact on consumer spending habits is undeniable. The perception that an existing device might be rendered sluggish or incompatible with the latest software can prompt users to upgrade sooner than they originally intended. This strategy, intentional or not, nudges consumers toward more frequent device replacements and consequently more spending. The modern tech landscape is marked by an inexorable push towards sleekness and minimalism. In Apple's pursuit of these ideals, some features that were once integral to their devices have been sacrificed in favor of streamlined design. One of the most tangible consequences of this approach is the removal of various ports, a move that has become synonymous with inconvenience and additional expenses for users. For instance, MacBooks have bid adieu to traditional ports like HDMI and SD card slots before bringing back from M1 models, while iPhones have famously abandoned the headphone jack. While these design choices contribute to the aesthetic allure of Apple's products, they've also led to a surging market for dongles and adapters. Users who need to connect their MacBook to an external display, transfer photos from an SD card, or use traditional wired headphones often find themselves in need of additional accessories before M1 models. This scenario exemplifies the multifaceted nature of Apple's ecosystem. On one hand, the ecosystem's harmonious integration between devices enhances user experience. On the other, the removal of ports and the necessity of additional accessories introduces hidden costs that users might not have initially factored into their budget. These small yet essential adapters can quickly add up, further contributing to the financial impact of being part of the Apple ecosystem. In the age of high-resolution photos, 4K videos, and ever-expanding app libraries, the importance of storage capacity cannot be overstated. Apple recognizes this reality, but often positions its entry-level devices with relatively modest storage capacities, encouraging users to consider storage upgrades at the time of purchase. While the allure of owning the latest iPhone or MacBook is compelling, the starting storage capacity might not align with the user's actual needs. This often prompts users to contemplate the cost of upgrading to a model with more storage. However, these upgrades come at a premium, often escalating the overall cost of the device significantly. For example, Upgrading from the base storage option to a higher tier could translate to hundreds of dollars in additional expenses. While the benefits of having ample storage are clear, this decision represents a delicate balance between necessity and budget considerations. Users must weigh the potential frustration of running out of space against the financial implications of opting for a more capacious device. Beyond the realm of product pricing and brand image, Apple's strategy extends into diversification and the creation of a seamless ecosystem. This multifaceted approach plays a pivotal role in gradually coaxing consumers into spending more within the Apple ecosystem, all while maintaining the air of exclusivity that defines the brand. Apple's ecosystem is a symphony of devices, services, and software, harmonizing to provide users with a cohesive experience. The allure lies in the seamlessness. An iPad seamlessly communicates with a MacBook, an iPhone syncs effortlessly with an Apple Watch, and the content flows seamlessly from device to device. This convenience, coupled with the commitment to quality, becomes an irresistible proposition. Once consumers step into this ecosystem, the ease of interaction and shared content subtly nudges them to explore more products, services, and upgrades. Consider the intertwining of hardware and software. Apple crafts both, allowing them to optimize the user experience to its full potential. Upgrading from an older device to a newer one often involves transferring apps, data, and settings with minimal hassle. This painless transition reinforces the perceived value of investing in Apple's next offering, propelling users along the price ladder. Apple's services are another integral facet. From iCloud to Apple Music, these subscriptions further intertwine users into the ecosystem. iCloud, for instance, seamlessly backs up data across devices, assuaging any anxiety of data loss during transitions. Apple Music integrates music collections across devices, making the thought of switching to an alternative ecosystem more daunting. The App Store serves as a crucial nexus, a gateway to explore new applications and features. Every new app discovery adds to the value proposition of Apple devices, making it more likely for users to stay within the ecosystem and explore additional offerings. Intriguingly, Apple's diversification extends beyond tangible products. They have ventured into services like Apple Pay, Apple Card, and Apple Fitness Plus, further enticing users with the promise of convenience, security, and curated experiences. By intertwining these threads, hardware, software, services, and more, Apple subtly guides users through their journey, creating a virtuous cycle. The ecosystem enriches user experiences, which in turn encourages loyalty and spending within the ecosystem. Apple orchestrates a symphony of approaches, each finely tuned to create an environment where consumers willingly spend more within the Apple universe. Through a combination of brand perception, pricing strategies, and a meticulously woven ecosystem, Apple establishes a stronghold in the market while ensuring that consumers perceive each purchase as an investment into an exclusive experience. From the initial investment in high-priced devices to the ongoing expenses of proprietary accessories, subscriptions, and app purchases, Apple's ecosystem demands a financial commitment that extends well beyond the point of purchase. The frequent updates and new models, though exciting, can also induce a sense of urgency to stay ahead in the technological race, resulting in continuous spending. While Apple's design philosophy centers on integration and convenience, the removal of traditional ports can lead to unexpected costs in the form of dongles and adapters. Storage upgrades, touted as essential for the modern digital lifestyle, can transform into pricey decisions that require a delicate balance between necessity and budget. So, the next time you visit an Apple store, ready to open your wallet, make sure to think about these facts.